I'm Jackson Pierce, and it's Thursday, which means it's Teaching Thursday, which means it's the day of the week where I try to teach YouTube something. So last week I taught you guys how to put on a wig, but this week I'm going to go in a different direction, and I'm actually going to teach about something. The something needs a little bit of an intro, so let me explain. So right now I'm working on this historical fantasy novel, which is based on the real lives of Mark Twain, Nikola Tesla, and Thomas Edison. Please note the novel at this point, just for fun, just for kicks. Hasn't been sold, isn't coming out, just for fun. And I'm surprised and delighted to say that part of that fun has been all of the research. If you told 10th grade me that one day she would love doing research, she would probably kick you somewhere painful. Most of my research has been centered on Mark Twain, but I have done a lot on Nikola Tesla and Thomas Edison as well. So for Teaching Thursday today, I've decided I'm going to teach you 3 things about Nikola Tesla that you probably didn't know. So just to give you a little quick intro on Nikola Tesla, Nikola Tesla is pretty much the father of all modern technology. He invented like everything. He invented the freaking remote control. I mean, everybody has that in their house, everyone. And unfortunately, he's kind of got this reputation for being crazy because he was kind of like an artist of science. He was just like all about the science. You know how artists are, they're just all about the art. He was all about the science at the expense of things like romance and money and his reputation. But that all made him a really, really interesting person. So 3 things about him that you should know. Number 1, Tesla was constantly being robbed. Constantly. He was a genius, but he was basically just awful at doing the paperwork to protect his inventions. And he was frequently robbed by none other than Thomas Edison. For example, Tesla pretty much came to the US just to work with and meet Thomas Edison because Thomas Edison was like the big name in science at the time. So when he gets here, Edison is all like, hey man, can you fix all my busted machines and make them work better? And if you do, I'll give you a whole bunch of money. And Tesla's like, all right man, I can do that. So Tesla goes to work and he fixes the machine and he makes them perfect and he hands them back to Edison and is like, look, I made your machines better. Where is that money that you were talking about earlier, you know? And Edison said, and I quote, Mr. Tesla, you don't understand our American sense of humor, and didn't pay him. Edison, little bit of a jackass, not gonna lie. I know he's like an American hero and all, little bit of a jackass. True facts. Number 2, in an interview Tesla once said, when wireless is perfectly applied, the whole earth will be converted into a huge brain. We shall be able to communicate with one another instantly, irrespective of distance. Not only this, but through television and telephony we shall see and hear one another as perfectly as though we were face to face, despite intervening distances of thousands of miles. And the instruments through which we shall be able to do this will be amazingly simple compared with our present telephone. A man will be able to carry one in his vest pocket. All I'm saying. He knew. Because he invented the technology that does it. He invented wireless technology. He invented it. Yeah! Genius, I tell you. Number 3, Tesla was totally celibate. He said that being celibate really helped him focus on science. And he was really young and really attractive and really famous, so there were a lot of ladies that wanted to tap that. Anyway, even though Tesla didn't exactly want to get freaky with any of these ladies, he thought women were pretty awesome overall. He once said, this struggle of the human female towards sex equality will end in a new sex order, with the female as superior. It is not in the shallow physical imitation of men that women will assert first their equality and later their superiority, but in the awakening of the intellect of women. So he was basically saying that one day women would rule the world, and he was saying it only shortly after they got the basic right to vote. And all I'm saying, guys, is that he was right about that iPhone thing. So maybe I should go get my tiara. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you tomorrow.
You are always with me, and I always want you